Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Donkeyman Gaming. I want to make this video because I've been pretty quiet lately and I don't really like disappearing without saying anything. If you've been wondering where I've been or what's been going on with the channel, I want to talk about that for a little bit. Donkeyman Gaming started with a really simple idea. Make the kind of content that I personally enjoy watching and that I thought that there wasn't enough of. A lot of that just meant lightly edited or, well, let's be honest, completely unedited Let's Plays, mainly focused on grand strategy, specifically stuff like EU4, right? Like, that's why that was my first ever video on YouTube. I've learned a lot of those games by watching Let's Plays of them, and something that helped me the most was just seeing everything, right? Not just the highlights, not the cool stuff, but the slow parts too. Yeah, some of that's boring. And in games like the grand strategy ones, the context matters. So I didn't want to edit my videos. And over time, I expanded what kind of games I played pretty quickly, actually, from just grand strategy, which is what my main idea was, to include other stuff that I played a lot, like Bad North, Fights in Tight Spaces, or Timberborn, right? Different genres, but it fit nicely into the system that felt right for my channel. The first real issue started to arise when my own interest and what types of games I was playing started to change. In 2025, my most played game was Helldivers 2. It's a great game, a game I love, but one that doesn't really fit on the channel. And as I found myself enjoying different games, I didn't want to give up the soul of what I felt the channel was, and instead of trying to force the games that I was playing a lot onto the channel, I just paused. And at the same time, since the beginning, I've been pushing pretty hard for consistency, keeping my series going, and trying to upload daily. And slowly, playing games stopped being something that I just did because I wanted to and started to feel like something I had to do. There were a lot of days where I wasn't playing what I felt like playing. I was putting that off so I could record the next episode that I needed to do work, right? And I game less overall than I did when I started the channel. And it's, yeah, trying to maintain a real life balance. I've started playing games with other people for the first time in my life, recording on top of that. It got a lot more busy and difficult than I expected it to. And I still want to record. I still cared a lot about the channel. But when I started trying to stick to that consistency above all else, it made other parts of my life more difficult and start to take away from what made me love gaming in the first place. And a lot of the breaks in my uploads came from that conflict and from me choosing to prioritize other parts of my life, most specifically the social side and dealing with people in real life over the channel. Another big part of all of this has been expectations, both from you, the audience, and from myself. Because when you subscribe to a channel, there's an expectation there. You're subscribing because you want and expect me to make more of a certain kind of content. And that's completely fair. And if I look at the channel, it's pretty clear what the main expectation is. Out of my 10 most popular videos, 8 of them are Victoria 3. The funny thing is, Victoria 3 is my least favorite Paradox game. Most of the hours I have in it are the Let's Plays on the channel. And I wanted to make more of it for you guys because it seemed like that's what you guys really wanted. And I put this expectation on myself that I could always make the content that I enjoyed and perfectly meet your guys' expectations at the same time. Sometimes that worked, but that balance got harder to maintain as my own interests in games start to shift. And there were moments, for sure, where that lined up really well. Bad North Season 4 is probably the perfect example of that. I made Bad North Season 4 not because I thought it would do well. In fact, I thought it was going to flop pretty hard. I expect it to be pretty low view, but I think it's like my third or fourth most popular video right now, or at least episode 1 is anyway. And you guys loved it. But that series did well a little bit because of chance. I didn't make it because I thought it was what you guys expected. I made it because of a frustration with myself for not putting out the types of videos that I wanted to. And I kind of had to realize that I can't build a channel out of focusing purely on what you guys want to see or putting out what I want to. Neither of those work. And on top of all of that, this has always been an outdated channel from the day it was conceived. The era of the traditional Let's Play ended a long time ago. I mean, if you look at strategy content right now, all the most popular videos are the heavily edited, condensed playthroughs, right? You take a full playthrough and you shrink it down to about a 45-minute video usually. And EU5 came out this year. And when you go to YouTube and search up EU5, the top videos are all that format. Let's Plays still exist, but they're a much smaller part of the space. There's less of a audience and creator side of that. And, I mean, I've also never tried to be the best at the games I've played. I've not been chasing perfect runs or exciting moments in it or trying to come up with a great idea for a playthrough that I can slap onto a thumbnail. I just play as someone who has grasped the concept of the games I play, but who I would like to imagine is probably pretty close to the average player. I am not the best. I never leaned into YouTube Shorts, and I know that it would probably help with the growth of the channel if I did put out some shorts. I just have never personally been a fan of short form content. What I was aiming for when I made the channel was to replicate the kind of channels that I grew up watching. Praetorian Hijinks, Atreus, Quill18, Christopher Odd. Those are the types of channels that I think of when I think of YouTube. And all of them are past their prime now. You should definitely check them out. They're still all going. Some more consistently than others, but they're all still going. They're all great. You should check them out. I'll link them all in the description. But yeah, they're all a bit past their prime now. Most of them, I think their most popular videos are about 9 years old. I think Atreus is like 5 years old. But that style that was their prime was what I was aiming for. It's slower and it's more personal. And that was important to me. And as a result, this channel never really chased what the algorithm wants it to be now. And because of that, it was treated like a channel from a different time. And I don't look at that with frustration. I didn't play the YouTube game. I can't expect to win it. And I don't blame YouTube for that, or other creators for doing something else or the audience for not watching my videos, right? Like, you guys choose what you want to watch. The creators make things generally that align with what you want to watch because they want to get the views. And so YouTube encourages that little system. It's just a different era now from the things that I enjoy, and that's okay. So, with all of that said, thank you to everyone who's watched my channel throughout the years, who's commented, subscribed, or everyone who's just quietly been there. Thank you for being a part of whatever this channel has been. This isn't a definitive end to Donkeyman Gaming. I'm not shutting the channel down, and I'm not done with YouTube. I love making these videos, and I just don't want to make any promises that I'm not sure I can keep. I don't know exactly what this channel looks like going forward. And if you have ideas or thoughts about what you'd like to see, I would genuinely love to hear them. You can reach out to me on Discord and or comments on this video. And I would really genuinely like to hear from you guys. There's one thing I will promise though. At some point, there will be season 5 of Bad North. Bad North has always been my little personal favorite ongoing series throughout this channel's history. And there were some things I had done in preparation for season 5 of Bad North back in like September, I think. So I will be making Bad North season 5. I'm not sure when. I can't promise a date, but it will happen. So thank you guys all very much for your patience, for sticking around, and for letting this channel be what it is. I'll see you when I see you.